is Jordan, and today I'm be doing a I Love Spring book tag. This isn't a really old tag that probably since BookTube has been created. I've seen people doing spring themed book tags. I'll link the original video for this book tag down below. And of course I have to wear one of my dresses that has flowers on it because typical springy. And yeah, let's get started. The first question is, how is spring where you live? Well, technically some days are nice out, not too cold or not too hot or warm, I should say, and then some days are very cold. And Illinois weather is like wacky for spring and fall time. It's either summer or spring or just in between. So yeah, weather has been really crazy lately. The next question is, your most anticipated spring release? For me, it is The Princess and the Fangirl by Ashley Poston, and it's the companion novel to Geekerella. I know this just came out recently, like maybe last week or a few weeks ago. I don't know, but I've been wanting to read it so badly because it's a retelling of The Prince and the Pauper, which is the only thing that I want to know, because when I go into retellings, I just want to know what kind of retelling it is and just go on it blind. And I'm just really excited about it, and I just can't wait to read it. The next question is to show you guys a book that makes me think of spring, and I picked I See London, I See France by Sarah Manowski. It's because I know many people love to travel in spring, especially college students who travels during spring break, and I know the characters in here travel during the summer, but I think anybody ends up traveling in the spring just because it's a perfect timing to get out of the cold weather, like in northern states in the United States, or just want to travel someplace new, and that's why this reminds me of spring. The next question is, where are you going to read this spring? For me, I mostly read indoors if it's not too cold, if it's cold out, but with the nice weather that's decent and it just feels nice, I tend to read outside, like on the back porch or just on a near bench in a park or something, and that's where I would be reading in the spring. The next question is, find a book that has a sun on the cover, and I picked Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. I still need to read it. I want to read her book so badly, and it has the sunset on the book cover. The next question is, what are some of my favorite spring reads? I tend to read any genre, so I have like a big pile of books that I've read either last spring or books that I would most likely read in the springtime, so I'll show you those. The first one is the By Your Side by Casey West. I've read this last spring and I loved it, and I want to read more of her books. I tend to read a lot of contemporary in the spring whenever I'm in the mood for it, just because I feel like spring is where love's just sprung. I don't know why I think of that, probably because of Bambi, but I still think contemporary romances just end up like romances in the air in the springtime for me. So yeah, that's why I picked By Your Side, and I want to read more of her books. The next one I'll be talking about is The Princess Bride by William Goldman. I think reading a classic is awesome in the springtime, especially like for me. I love reading classics, and I want to read a lot of new ones that I haven't read before, since I'll be graduating next month, and I will actually tend to pick which classics that I want to read instead of based on the class, and I just think picking up a classic is a good spring read. Another one that I loved in last spring is the Neverland Wars by Audrey Greyhouse. This is a retelling of Peter Pan. I just think reading retellings is awesome in the springtime, just because you're reading something new, especially when it's based on a beloved story that you liked, and I just think retellings are meant to reading in spring, even though sometimes I'm in a mood, not in a mood for it. But I know there's a lot of books that I want to read, but I probably wouldn't end up reading all this year. But I'm just reading retellings in the springtime is also a good time for me. The last book that I think will be a perfect time to read in the spring is My Lady Jane by the Lady Janies, Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Julie Meadows. I have read this in the fall actually, but I think historical, trying something new, like a genre that is outside of your comfort zone, is awesome to do in this springtime. And I'm currently reading My Plain Jane, and I'm loving it so far. So I think reading historical fiction is also good in the springtime, because I've read more historical fiction last year, and I was so proud of myself to read something that's outside my comfort zone. And for me, being picky when it comes to historical fiction, I'm glad that I picked this up and continue on with the series. The next question is, find a book that has different colors on the cover. I picked Windfall by Jennifer E. Smith. This cover just speaks spring colors to me, because there's a lot of greens and light blues. It just speaks spring to me, okay? And the last question is, who do you tag? I don't know who to tag. I would tag some people, but if I end up tagging anybody, I'll link their channels down below and tag them on Twitter, just so they would know that they're tagged. And if they just feel like doing it, I would say, like, go ahead. But other than that, I think this takes just a lot of fun to talk about springy things. So that's all for the I Love Spring book tag. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below some of your favorite spring reads, because I just love hearing what people are usually in the mood for in the spring, because I know everybody has their own reading moods in different seasons. Especially, like, for me, I would be in the mood for fantasy all the time, but I've been reading less fantasy this year, so this is, oh my gosh, that's so surprising. And it's surprising for me, but it's just, I don't know, I just love to hear what a lot of people are always in the mood in the spring, and nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their own reading moods. But anyways, if you want to follow me on social media, I have Facebook under Last Reader, and I have Twitter and Instagram on LastReader19. I also have Goodreads, which I'll link down below. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to see more bookish content from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!